Alright, let's work through this geometry problem carefully and find the exact area of the shaded region. We have a large right triangle, which I'll call triangle PQR, with the right angle at point R. Inside this triangle, there is a semicircle whose diameter lies along the base, RQ, and the curved part of the semicircle touches the hypotenuse PQ at exactly one point, which we'll call S. We're told that the hypotenuse is divided at S, so that PS is 9 units and SQ is 6 units. Our goal is to find the exact area of the shaded semicircle. Let's begin with the information around point P, because there is a very useful property hiding there. The segment PR touches the semicircle at the end point R of its diameter, and the segment PS touches the semicircle at the point S. So these are two tan segments drawn from the same external point, P. Remember the important theorem here: when two tan segments are drawn from the same external point to a circle, their lengths are equal. Therefore, since PS equals 9, we immediately know that PR also equals 9. So we can write PR equals PS, and therefore PR equals 9. This is a very useful first step because now we know one of the legs of the large right triangle. Next, let's find the entire hypotenuse PQ. The point S lies directly on PQ, so the whole hypotenuse is simply the two smaller segments added together. Therefore, PQ equals PS plus SQ. Substituting the given values, PQ equals 9 plus 6, which gives us 15. So the large right triangle has a vertical side PR of 9 units and a hypotenuse PQ of 15 units. Now we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the remaining side, RQ. Before applying it, remember that for a right triangle, the square of one leg plus the square of the other leg equals the square of the hypotenuse. So we have PR squared plus RQ squared equals PQ squared. Now substitute the values we know. That gives us 9 squared plus RQ squared equals 15 squared. 9 squared is 81 and 15 squared is 225. So we get 81 plus RQ squared equals 225. Now subtract 81 from both sides. This gives us RQ squared equals 225 minus 81, which is 144. Taking the positive square root, because a length must be positive, we get RQ equals 12. So at this point, we know the complete dimensions of the large triangle. The legs are 9 and 12, and the hypotenuse is 15. Now comes the interesting part, because we still need the radius of the semicircle. Let's call the center of the semicircle O, and let its radius be R. Draw the radius from O to the point of tangency S. There is an important circle property we can use here. A radius drawn to a point where a line touches a circle is perpendicular to that line. Therefore, OS is perpendicular to PQ, which means angle OSQ is a right angle. Now look at the small triangle OSQ and compare it with the large triangle PRQ. The large triangle has a right angle at R, while the small triangle has a right angle at S. Also, both triangles contain the same angle at Q, because O lies along the base, RQ, and S lies on the hypotenuse, PQ. So we have two equal angles, which means the two triangles are similar by angle-angle similarity. This is the key observation that allows us to connect the radius of the semicircle to the dimensions of the large triangle. Let's match the corresponding sides carefully. In the small triangle, OS is the vertical leg, and its length is the radius R. The side SQ has length 6. In the large triangle, the corresponding vertical leg is PR, which has length 9, and the corresponding horizontal leg is RQ, which has length 12. Therefore, from the similarity of the triangles, the ratio of the corresponding vertical sides equals the ratio of the corresponding horizontal sides. So we can write R divided by 9 equals 6 divided by 12. Now let's simplify the fraction on the right. 6 divided by 12 is 1/2. Therefore, R divided by 9 equals 1/2. To isolate R, multiply both sides by 9. We get R equals 9 multiplied by 1/2, which is 9 divided by 2. So the radius of the semicircle is 9/2, or 4.5 units. Notice how efficiently the similarity relationship gave us the radius without needing to calculate the position of the center directly. Now, we are ready for the final step, finding the area of the shaded region. The area of a full circle is pi multiplied by the radius squared. Since we only have a semicircle, we take half of that. So the formula is area equals pi multiplied by radius squared divided by 2. Now substitute our radius, which is 9 divided by 2. So the area equals pi multiplied by the quantity 9 divided by 2, all squared, divided by 2. Let's simplify this carefully. When we square 9 divided by 2, we square both the numerator and denominator. 9 squared is 81, and 2 squared is 4. So the expression becomes pi multiplied by 81 divided by 4, divided by 2. Dividing by 2 is equivalent to multiplying the denominator by 2. So we get 81 pi divided by 8. Therefore, the exact area of the shaded semicircle is 81 pi divided by 8 square units. If you want a decimal approximation, this is about 31.89 square units. The important ideas in this problem were the equal tan segment theorem, the Pythagorean theorem, the perpendicular radius at a point of tangency, and finally, the similarity of the two right triangles. If this solution helped you see how all those ideas connect together, feel free to like the video, subscribe for more geometry problems, and let me know in the comments if you spotted the similarity relationship before we used it.